Welcome everyone to this webinar. And today I would like to discuss, and we are going to have a discussions about a great topic that 3x faster go-to-market for B2B merchants with Shopify and real-time integration with SAP S4 HANA. So as you can see, the topic is very interesting because as we have seen for B2B merchants, it takes sometimes more than a year for going to market, for launching the website. It takes a lot of work and time to invest for going digital, right? So here today we are going to understand the strategy, the steps. Those are very much realistic for the business from the industry expert. And at the same times, once we are in production, we are in market, then we also need the requirements and having very much requirements for automations to have or expect and understand the customer's requirement and accordingly fulfill their need. So there also we are going to have a discussions about real-time integration and strategies and doing the automation for doing it. So in today's presenting process, we have our industry expert, Dennis, the founder of UNCAP and APPSeCONNECT partner. I would like to request Dennis to give a little bit introduction about himself for the audience. Over to you, Dennis.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me. I appreciate the invite. So yeah, again, Dennis, founder and principal here at UNCAP. I've been part of the industry, e-commerce industry, all my adult life, and launched the agency in late 2013 and early 2014. Since then, we have been focusing on growing our expertise and our ability to execute within Shopify ecosystem, growing our partnership, becoming Shopify Plus partner in 2018, and then Shopify Premier partner last year. We are exclusive partner and fully dedicated with Shopify, but also other platforms that are around the ecosystem that serve as for multitude of functionalities outside of Shopify's scope of capabilities. Our agency, it's a dedicated also on verticals, industries that are what Shopify calls diversified industries, primarily manufacturers, distributors, and or retailers that are operating with hybrid B2B, B2C experience. Our expertise, again, lies primarily on replatforming from other platforms to Shopify, and while we are also implementing, we're handling the full replatforming for our clients and our partners. We also work with you to handle and implement the ERP integrations or other system integrations that almost all cases come with. And nutshell, Shopify, we are Shopify partners.
Great insights. And I think we are going to have a lot of insights and a great discussion, and that would definitely help the merchants for launching their websites and developing their website for digital commerce. Also, I have with me Devangan, Associate Account Onboarding Manager at APPSeCONNECT, and Rishita Utnur, Associate Account Manager at APPSeCONNECT. We are going to have the real-time insights regarding the automations, and I would like to request Devangan and Rishita to give a little bit of introductions about yourself for the audience. Over to you, Devangan.
Hi everyone. So my name is Devangan. I am the Associate Onboarding Manager from APPSeCONNECT. So I have been working closely with the enterprise projects as well as SMB projects as well. So my expertise lies within the integration platform, and we have been working very closely and very efficiently with some very complex projects, which lies Shopify integration along with other ERPs. So in this call particularly, we are going to discuss about the B2B platform, what are the challenges, and something about the prices, something about the update operations and everything. So yeah, in the due course, we'll discuss everything in details.
Thank you. Great. And Rishita?
Yeah. Thanks, Sojit. Thanks for having me here. And myself, Rishita, and I'm working as Associate Account Manager in APPSeCONNECT, and I'm with APPSeCONNECT since last 5 years. And I closely work with our enterprise clients. So I have experience in SAP, ECC, and S4 HANA. So I work closely with all the enterprise clients here. And yes, as already Dibangan mentioned, we are going to have a look at the B2B real-time pricing and the order updates that we have developed here in AppSeConnect. So yeah, thank you
Great.
so much, Harjit.
Great. And I think definitely we're going to have very insightful discussion. And I'm Abhijit, the Vice President, Customer Success and AppSeConnect, having great, having some understanding and experience over automations. And I believe I'm here to coordinate with the members to give the informations that would definitely going to help in the B2B journey and automation. So without any further no delay, let us have the agenda. Today we're going to have discussions over Shopify Plus for B2B, where Dennis is going to give all the informations. Then after we're going to have real-time price and order updates challenges. What are the challenges are there from the industry? And these are some challenges that we have received from the customers. And we'd also sail through the solution through AppSeConnect demonstration of the solution, because we're going to give the insights about how the solution is going to work for the business. Then we're going to discuss about key considerations and learning. And then at the end, we're going to have question and answer from the audience. So here I would request Dennis to share his screen and
Yes.
proceed with take us through with that. So I'm going to stop my screen sharing so that
Yes.
Dennis can share. Yeah.
Let me share my screen. Okay. So this is the presentation I have. So first of all, I'll walk you through a bit who we are as an agency and what we do. And number one. Number two, I'll walk you through the accelerator program that we have for every business who wants to, every manufacturer, distributors, or hybrid retailers who wants to utilize Shopify unified e-commerce systems, commerce systems. How we utilize our accelerator to help them implement Shopify, go to market fast, and do all the integrations and systems that they need. And then third, the last piece, I will showcase one case study that we have implemented, Yuli Group, as an example of the work that we have done with Shopify B2B. So in a nutshell, again, we've launched in 2014, 100% client satisfaction rate. We are a boutique agency, and then we work closely with partners to execute. We have migrated over 200 merchants and launched over 350 projects on Shopify on the last decade. Recognized by Shopify, invited to speak, and being part of many acceleration and case studies to setting the industry benchmark for providing services with result proven and solutions that are scalable within the ecosystem. So what our accelerate program helps merchants and clients we work with, it optimizes their experiences, helping them have a very, very streamlined navigation and user experience and optimized experience, user experience and customer journey when they are landed and migrated on Shopify. Being that with storefronts, if they are selling directly to businesses through shopping cart and checkout, or private portal, if they are having only solutions that or only portals that are available for businesses who are permission approved, and also code requests for functions and so forth. Automation, optimization, that's important to synchronize data between systems, because some of the clients that are managing their product in a PIM system, and then ERP for the data for core data synchronization, inventory management, order fulfillment. Then there is other compliance components such as tax calculations and so forth. So we do all this system to automate and optimize automation. we will optimize for performance, again, optimizing mobile experience, optimizing KPIs, such as, average order value, conversion rate, and every other performance that is technical or e-commerce related. And then, sorry, I'm having an allergy today. And then optimizing for growth, optimizing the infrastructure for better customer relationship management, SEO, and also now that's very critical, optimizing for generative AI search on platforms such as OpenAI and Perplexity and so forth. Next step. So this is like a sort of like a graphic of our accelerator. So we know Shopify itself natively comes with user experience that is just the core platform that has been the DNA of Shopify since its inception for for content management, for product management, for discovery, online store, app marketplace, and you name it. Then the B2B commerce components that are functions and modules that are available only on Shopify Plus for enterprise clients, where we are allowing them to have customer price lists, company profiles, and payment terms, and more advanced rule sets for B2B business. And then there is the part where we expand Shopify's capabilities to achieve what clients' requirements and needs are. Adding, a la carte, easy to implement apps that we have developed, dozens of them that we have developed dedicated to Shopify B2B exclusively for code management, rebates, membership, shop by diagram, invoices, and you name it. And then there's the other component, which is the workflow automation, where we partner with iPaaS platforms like yours, and help synchronize that data between multiple systems. And so then covering everything here in this ecosystem, what the ultimate achievement is to create a robust custom tailored storefront or order portal, where everything is kind of as I mentioned earlier, synchronized, but also state of the art in terms of user experience, design, and usability. Next step. This is the apps that we have launched that are part of the Shopify's B2B extensions. Why we have embedded apps. For example, for first of all, we want to go beyond the one size fits all. That's critical. Knowing that all the B2B manufacturers and distributors, they do have all of them unique workflows and operations. So all of them are different, and we want to achieve their preferred operational process in the back end as well. And then we want a unified dashboard for everybody who sales team or admin or customer support or whoever is working within the same organization to go in one admin on Shopify and have all the apps and functionalities there. And then there are B2B Shopify first apps, as I mentioned earlier, that works with all the B2B entities, product entities, all within Shopify Plus. Some of the apps are, but the rest are all in the app marketplace. Then we will talk about native Shopify B2B enablement. And I think there's a typo here. We'll have to fix it, but we'll fix it later. But the point is to create a unified commerce experience on Shopify storefront, offering catalog and price lists, tier pricing, custom prices, custom specific prices or group pricing, but also seamless quoting process for B2B transactions, and then advanced payment solutions, creating terms, creating card vault options for save the credit cards in the Shopify account, and then having all the company specific rules on the same company profile, shipping rules and so forth. Creating multiple utilizing multiple ship-to addresses for multiple buyers within the company and so forth. And then ERP integrations. Most of the businesses we work with, especially the ones that are mid-market and up, they all are running in one ERP or another. So they are already managing their price list and their companies and their rule sets on their ERP. So we want that to reflect on the Shopify side as well. Some clients we have served, some of them are B2B, some of them hybrid B2B, B2C, and some of them are purely manufacturers. And this is the case study that I wanted to highlight and go through. We'll work with Yuli Group to implement, to re-platform their business on Shopify and integrate with their APPSeCONNECT ERP that runs in the backend. I'll walk through quickly on the portal that we have built. It's a hybrid B2B, B2C portal. They're a distributor. So if you go on the current website, it's fully tailored, custom designed website for their specific needs. Very tailored navigation and product and discovery experience with a lot of like multi-level categorization and sub-categorization. And you will see that the collection page or the category page is again tailored for to be a more so a list for an easy add to cart, quick add to cart from the category page, but also the filters are fully tailored. We have utilized Algolia for the search and merchandising because this infrastructure is built to support over 1 million SKUs, and search and merchandising and filtering is very critical to be extremely powerful. Also, all the product data, information, spec sheets, description is coming from a PIM system, Akineo, fully integrated with Shopify that synchronize all product information. As you can see, I'm going to walk quickly on some cases. We have tier prices. So if a customer is logged in, they have custom prices that are being pulled by Shopify from the ERP. They will see their own price list, but also they will see their tier prices and offers, and then add everything to cart, save, and so there are some like product comparison available on the product page. Everything is synchronized and managed on through Akineo product info. Quickly, and so same thing here. We have introduced upsell, cross-sell, product bundling, so the to increase as much as possible our order value, but also optimize user experience. As I said, these products are managed. These product linkings are recommendations are built by utilizing AI and utilizing Algolia's recommending engine. So the experience is optimized as much as possible with personalization and again AI to improve all KPIs for e-commerce. So this is pretty much in a nutshell. This is what I wanted to walk you through. I went a bit fast, but if you and I did not stop. But if you have any question.
Okay, great. I think a lot of insights from that, because I must say that the experience matters, because a lot of things you need to configure, but the framework that you have showcased, the framework that you have, if the customers would fall under and take those approach, and if these steps would be taken care, definitely the go to market would be faster. So that's the main thing out here. So that definitely we like. And so let me reshare my screen again, and just confirm me if my screen is visible.
Yes.
All right. Okay. So now we are coming to the next part of it, where as I said that we're going to discuss about some challenges, because in the automation journey, once any projects is in production, we are live, then we have to discuss about some challenges. So there, as you can see, that B2B process automation's challenge and price, because pricing, as Dennis also mentioned, that pricing one of the factor in digital commerce, we have to have the custom pricing rules, customers price, and there are a lot of configurations normally we have to have. And in the backend system, in case of SAP, like it suppose unlimited layers of pricing rules, it can come up with like 50 100 rules defined against the customers, against catalog, right? And these are one of the important factor, that is one of the challenge that they want to migrate and transfer into the digital platform, or the e-commerce platform, where they want to have that experience, for the same experience for their customers. Then again, there is another challenge that we see, that duplication, right? Duplicating
Right.
SAP pricing rules in Shopify, and that definitely incur of high maintenance and error, right? So that is another challenge. Next, I think some of the times we have seen that API limitations to support all pricing rules in Shopify, though Shopify would support everything. Sometimes we have seen that some of the features that might be very complex, or not supported through the API over Shopify. And also we have seen some customers said that there is no parity options specific to their business over to Shopify. So these are pricing related challenges that we have seen from the business, and the solutions that we have delivered for some other business. Another challenge options that we wanted to get in, like B2B process automation challenges, wherein in case of order edit. So in platforms, like whenever there is a B2B customer placing an order, sometimes they place the order with bulk, and maybe after some time they want to edit and change that. And that happens, in the both sides. Sometimes customer would like to change their quantity, or based on their demand, they want to add another product. And sometimes they call to their customer, the service agent or sales rep, and they just ask, okay, change this order. And that time that requires to get updated within the order. And in case of multi-platforms environments, they need to update it in the multiple systems. That is another challenge we see. And sometimes even with that challenge, there are chances of having pricing mismatch, that leads to reconciliation issue. Another is inventory in occurrency in inappropriate sequence in inventory level due to the items and quantity changes, because they need to often they need to change those items quantity. And another challenge, that invoice generation problems after edit, and customer trust impacted by the delays and errors, because once they're having operations in multiple environments there, they need to edit in multiple platforms if they want to
Right.
achieve that manually. That is humongous task, which is really not possible. So there, we would like to have a solution, right? And I would request the team members, like I would request Devangan and Rishita, go one by one and have a demonstrations, like how we have delivered the solutions. Because in this case, in case of real-time price, what we are trying to do is that instead of loading the entire price sections or pricing rules from SAP to Shopify, bringing that into the platform and updating that, because sometimes that leads to error, delays. And if there is urgent requirement to edit something and have a campaign overnight, then that takes time, because if there are let's say hundred thousands of rules defined within the ERP system. So there, how we are doing helping, or how we are doing taking help of real-time solution, through which the customers, each and every customers, would be able to see their specified pricing rule and have the same experience over digital commerce platform whenever they are having their specific B2B price. And also, and in case of order edits, how it is working seamlessly, and the customers are having the similar experience even after just calling to the customer care service agent, or through the email when they put in a request for order edit. So here I would request Devangan and Rishita to share your screen, and just proceed from here. Give us a demonstration of the working environments, and so that customer and our viewers can see the working solution. Over to you,
Sure.
Rishita.
Yeah,
Sure.
thanks,
Yeah.
Abhijit. So let me quickly share my screen. Confirming. So as we all know that SAP allows us to establish or manage complex pricing structures, such as we have many multiple layers, but I would like to mention few of them, like customer specific, group specific, or material specific. But maintaining these in Shopify would be challenging, because Shopify has really like simple price options or discount management system. So in this webinar, let's see how we use our AppSeConnect, and we'll flow the prices from SAP to Shopify seamlessly. So I'm just using one of our Shopify site, and as I'm already a B2B user here, I have logged in with my credentials, and I'll just take one of the product that is like we are familiar with. I'll just choose a product, and as you can see, and it's a price here, like it's to 28.34 right now, but I'm adding this product to the cart. So let me delete this. And first of all, let's go with one quantity, and they'll go with specific test cases accordingly, so that we can identify how the prices are flowing properly. So I'm taking a product with single quantity, and you can see the price is 28.34. And when I click on checkout, at this point of time, with our AppSeConnect, we are going to request SAP to fetch the prices from SAP, the particular product's prices it has. So let me go back to the product, sorry, cart. And as I told, the products I have the quantity 2 with 56.68. As I have already checked it out, so it is already showing the price like 51.90. You can see it's 51.90, and then it in SAP as well. It's 51.90 for the material 2460 and the quantity 2. So I have missed my screen. So let me add a new product for your reference. Let me go back, and let me take a new product. Yeah. So with one quantity, let me add it to cart, and I'll just update the quantity of the first product. So it makes few changes to this cart now. So now the both products and with their respective quantities, the total is 60.13. So once we checked it out, it is fetching the price from SAP as 62.52. Let's go to SAP screen. I hope it is visible now.
Yes, it's
And
visible.
yeah, I'm using the same customer, and the products 2460 one quantity and 270 is one quantity. The total is 62.52. So it's getting tallied here. So this is how we really like quickly fetch the prices from SAP to Shopify seamlessly. It doesn't take much time, and with this we are also eliminating like data duplication, or we are also eliminating the need of maintaining the prices in Shopify itself manually. This also like prevents the data discrepancies, like price discrepancies in both applications like SAP and Shopify.
So
So
that
this
is,
is,
yeah.
yeah,
So that being maintained as a single point of source, like SAP
right,
would remain the single point of source where that eliminates storing any data and pricing information over the digital commerce environment. That would save time, and at the same time, customer would have the same experience over it. Even like
true,
the price would get called when it's necessary, when it's important for the customers. But
right,
at the same time, I believe the retail customers would be able to see whenever they see their retail price, and that is under configuration as a fallback strategy, right? So if
yes.
there is a need for retail customers, there can be a default price list where the retail customers will be able to see the
So there we
price.
would be
Awesome.
using one-time customer number as a reference. So with that, we'll be able to fetch the prices from SAP. So that's the only difference.
All right,
So
great.
yeah, with this I can end my demonstration, and thank you, Avijit. So over to you, Devangan.
Thanks, Rishita. I would request Devangan if you can just proceed
Sure,
further. And
sure. So let me share my screen. So this is one sample example. So I'll be walking you through the operation of order update. So this is one sample order that we have already created in the environment in the Shopify store. The same order we have also replicated in our recipe system. Okay. So now the only thing that we will do is that we can see that the item number is 2460, and here also we have the same SKU, but we do see that the prices here or the order total has a difference, right? So it's here 28.34, and in our SAP system it's 16.97. So this is because that this particular customer has a specific custom price set up in SAP, which if you create the same order in Shopify directly, you will not get that price until you fetch the custom pricing rule while checking out, or if you are not updating the data from SAP directly. So this is the price difference. Now let's what we will do. I'll add a quantity out here to this order. Okay, and this is our reference number. So SAP order number, this is the SAP order number 1472067. We have a reference of this order here, which is in the tags 1472. This identifies that this is the same order that we are using for the update operation. Now what we will do is that for this one quantity, let's make this quantity 2. Okay, and along with that, let me also add an item, another item SKU for this order. Let's say I take this SKU as a reference, and I'm also adding another line item to this order with, let's say, one quantity. Okay. So once this is done, we can see the price here for this item is 16.97, and for this is 7.94, and the order total is 41.88. Okay. So for this, let me just quickly save this change. So what this will do is that this will trigger the process or the process flow in the APPSeCONNECT configuration, which will in terms change all of these configurations, whatever you have changed. Let's say you have added a new quantity to this item. We have also added a new line item to this order. So all of these changes will be registered in Shopify within few seconds. So this can also be done in real time. This can also be done in a scheduling manner. So if this is scheduling, we can also set a scheduling rule that, okay, let's say in every 5 minutes update this order. Or if it is real time, let's say we get all the information based on IDOC, then it can also be done in that manner as well. Now, this price that you have seen in the Shopify, let's see if I open this item now. So why it was showing us 28.34 is that because the retail price for this particular item in Shopify is set as 28.34, for which when we create the order in Shopify, it takes that price only. Okay, it by default takes this price. It does not take the SAP price which is there. Only when we do this update operation in here in this particular platform, okay, then only we will see that there is a difference in the prices, and the total order total and everything will be reflected here. So we'll just give it a few seconds for this to get updated, and then we will have a look. Meanwhile, let me walk you through the other item. So we took that item as, let me duplicate. So meanwhile I see, okay, let me just refresh, and I'll also open that other item. Okay, so our other item was with SKU, this one. Okay, okay. So you can see previously it was only one quantity, and now it has updated with two quantities over here, and we have also added a new line item, which is the price of 7.94, and it is also come up over here. Okay, and the unit price is 16.97 with multiplied by 2 as 33.94. Our order total is also 41.88, which matches the order total from our SAP system. Now, what can we do is that, let's say the customer has called the customer representative and asked that, okay, I do not need this item anymore. Okay, so this can be one of the reasons that the sales rep or the manager has decided that okay, let's remove this line item from this order. So what will happen then? So you do not have to go and cancel the entire order and place a new order. No, that's not how it's going to happen in this scenario. So what we are going to do is that we can directly clean out this line item from here. So it can be done either in two ways. So SAP allows out us to do this in two various ways. So one is that we can just directly select this line item and just delete this line item from here. This is one procedure. Another is that we can also give a reason for the rejection for this particular line item, or it can also happen that this item is no longer available in the warehouse. It has sold out for high demand. So we can also say that the customer mind has changed, or the item is not available and something like that, item not in stock, poor credit status, anything we can give. So any status that we give will also do this job. So let's try out this particular scenario where we delete this line item. Okay, and right now our order total is 33.94. So the same very thing will be, let me just quickly save this order. So this will register the change. Okay, so we can see that it has been changed. Now let's just validate this data. So right now we have only one line item with one quantity, sorry, two quantity out here, and the unit price is 16.97 with an order total of 33.94. So if we go now in Shopify, once this order is updated in automated manner, so we will see that the second line item has got removed, and we will be left with only two line items, or two quantities of this first line item, and the order total should match with the SAP one. Okay, so we will just check this once this is done. And from here, as I was showing you, for the other item, the item price here is 8.37, but in Shopify, in SAP, it was earlier as 7.94. That's why this particular order total matches with the Shopify and has a difference with the Shopify value. So let's just check this once. Okay, so we can see here only two quantities are left, and one item has been removed from this order. So that's how quick this solution is. That's how effective this solution is. You do not have to create a new order. The customer does not have to panic, or there's no scenario of any miscommunications that I have already requested. Why I do not see that in my fulfillment? Why another order was delivered to me? I will not pay, something like that. So this kind of miscommunications, this kind of mishappenings will not happen. And there's also another possibility, like you let's say this order is placed, they have requested for a new quantity, and you have not updated the quantity in Shopify. Okay, so there might be a difference in your invoices that is being generated in through two platforms, right? So in Shopify you will have lesser quantities, you have lesser item numbers. In SAP you will have the corrected amount and quantity. Your inventory reconciliation will have a problem, your invoice generation will have a problem, and everything of that sort can be easily overcome with this particular solution with the real-time order update process. So that's so we can match. This is the order total 33.94, and also you will see. So initial total was this one for our one SKU, and after all the changes, our total is 33.94, which is matching the SAP order total. And yeah, I think that's all about this item. So you can do operations like you can add quantity, you can remove quantity, you can cancel the order. So when all of these items are removed from this order, this order automatically gets cancelled.
So,
So
so it as
yeah,
far as I see that it's definitely having a one of the use case that is there in customers where the customer, I see that customers, let's say customer, the merchants don't want their customers would come randomly over the e-commerce store and they change their product or they edit it
yes,
because they have to have a planning in order to ship it. So if there is a reason, there is a need, definitely they need to call or they need to send that email to their customer sales representative for the customers, and from the backend systems if they edit, that would get transferred into
yes,
the B2B portal. So definitely it's a need from the customer and they want to control, but at the same time they want to showcase and have share the same experience, so the customers will also get the information, right, updates. And
Yes,
as
yes.
you said that, yeah, invoice totals would also match whenever that would get invoice. So
Yes.
I think one more scenario is the customers, I believe that is also configured, that is cancel. If there is a rejection of the order in the ERP systems, that would also get, I believe that would also get cancelled,
Yes,
right, Divangan?
yes, yes.
Oh, all right. So, do you have anything
No,
more
I
to
think,
share?
yeah, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, please feel free
All
to
right,
ask.
right. No problem. I think
Okay.
that's awesome, and you have shared a lot of scenarios, and let us go to the next. And just confirm me if my screen is visible.
Yes, yeah.
All right. So yeah. So as we have discussed, we are going to learn and understand the learnings, and also we would love to share some best practices for the B2B merchants. So as we have seen that sometimes the customers would come up with a question that whether to have a B2B and B2C store separately, or we can have a single B2B and B2C store clubbed into a single place. So in that case, we have seen that in case of configurations, in case of management of the B2B and the B2C customers, their buying natures and patterns are different. So as we all normally suggest that configuration for B2B and B2C can be different for the customer, so that the management would be simple, easy, and the customer experience would be better, right? And also one learning that we have that single source of truth, having a single source of truth in case of SAP. If it's SAP, ERP system, then having a single source of truth is always good, instead of having the data redundancy and pushing the enterprising over the e-commerce platform. Instead of doing that, you can have a single source of truth and information, and you can have the integrations over multiple platforms, where the customers would have the same experience over multi-platform. Even if it's omni-channel, they can have the same pricing configured, and through the real-time configuration they can avail it. So that is another best practice that we normally suggest, and the learnings that we have gathered from the industry. In case of large B2B orders, as we have shown that that requires, whenever we are having a very large B2B orders, it by volume or by others numbers, like the synchronization patterns can be in a like asynchronous way and the real time, whereas the items, product information, and other informations like that can be service based. But in case of order, in case of price, that can be real time synchronization, so customers would be able to see the real time experience. However, the other data, in case of product, in case of customer master data, those can get synchronized through the service, like in periodic manner it would get synced. However, in case of some experience of where the customers want to see the price changes or their customer specific price, they can see the have the real time approach. And the same things can happen with the order. Whenever they are going to place any orders, they would get the prompt notification, because the order would travel to the ERP systems in the seamless way. So specifically in this webinar, we have discussed about two specific scenarios. Those are quite complex in nature, in order to have the updated output and having the same experience, also having a real-time price experience for large sections of B2B customers. Whenever, let's say, 100 of customers are browsing and placing, trying to check their products, so this is one of that. But other of the automations are already well covered, but in this webinar we haven't discussed, because we may not get that time to explain everything. And also in case of reference, like what we suggest, that update reference numbers in both platforms are also important, like in whenever we are having multi platforms. So having some key references for handshaking, so the customers would also be able to or the end users be able to see the reference. For an example, whenever there is a PO assigned for any Shopify order, and that PO number that has to get available within the ERP system. So their sales representative can refer to that and share informations accordingly. Though that way, bidirectional synchronizations and having the data in order to reference that is at the same time very important and best practices to do. So yeah, so I think these are the learnings and best practices that we wanted to share for the merchants. With that, we would like to go to the question and answer sections. I would love to see few questions over chats, and I can see some few questions I have received, and I would just read out to the subject matter expert, so I can get that answer by Denise, Rishita, or Dipangan. So one question I see that. Yeah, we usually negotiate prices based on the volume and customer tier. Can your system actually show my team the correct real-time negotiated price instead of just a generic catalog price? So I think, Rishita, can you please answer this question? I think it's related to you. You can just answer.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Avjit, for the question. Yeah, Shopify plus B2B extensions will allow like tier based or contract specific pricing. However, our real time integration with SAP
Hmm.
can like show their exact negotiated prices and discounts. It will not require like it will not have any manual override or data management required there. So yeah.
All right. I have two questions. I can see two questions are for Dennis.
Okay.
That
Yes.
yeah. So let's say they're saying we deal with credit terms like 30, 60, 90 days.
Mhm.
Does the checkout and order management support those terms, or it's all card only in Shopify store?
Oh, they are supported in checkout, but you have to have them enabled. So they are the net terms are fully aligned with Shopify payments. So you have to be using Shopify payments for you to allow on a company level, this business utilize net terms, whatever you are setting up for individual company, which I you know uh, you demonstrate could be synchronized as part of the company profile with the ERP, and then use that at checkout. There are cases where net terms are not aligned with credit card, payment collections, and then it could be a custom payment that would simply act as a custom payment for order to be processed, so the net term payment is being collected with a check or another third-party payment offline. But then again, that can be customized with rule sets at checkout based on the business needs.
All right, great. Okay, thanks for that. I have another question for you. That is, uh, we already use Shopify for D2C. Do we need to have a separate store for B2B?
Most likely, no. Most what Shopify is building is that unified experience, having everything running in one Shopify instance, including POS or uh, retail, including B2B. There are cases where we have seen that creating a clone store for B2B, it's warranted. There are cases where you have, for example, very very complex configurable products, and the price lists cannot be supported both D2C and D2C the same way. So you need
Mhm.
to separate these infrastructures. But there are, I would say, 5% of use cases, maybe less than that. 95% plus, you don't need to at all. You can build both experiences in one, including the design itself, the way how businesses are interacting. You can build a tailored, custom, simplistic, portal for customers that are registered and approved as business buyers.
Okay, that's great. I think that's great information, and the distributor merchants would love to have a single investments having the two experience, like where the distributor or manufacturers would love to reach to their customers directly at the same time having the B2B experience. So
Correct.
that's great to know. uh, One last question
And
I
also
Mhm.
less costly, less easier to maintain. You don't have two stores to run. You don't have two integrations. I mean, in all directions, in a win-win deal from operational perspective, for tech stop costs, for customers usability. it's a win-win-win to have everything unified. Sorry, just wanted to
All
add
right,
that.
all right, all right. Great. So I have a last question for Devangan. And the question is same. I think we have answered it. If the customer places a bulk order and they need to change the quantities or SKU, do they need to cancel or reorder, or can they edit directly? So, yeah, Devangan, either
Yeah.
you can take this question. I think directly
Sure.
means the end customer wants to do the edit in the Shopify store. That's the question.
Okay. So yeah, definitely they can edit the orders, but for the B2Bs, since they're B2B users, B2B companies, usually what people orders is that their contact persons on their behalf of the company places an order, right? But not all contact persons should be able to see the what the other contact person had ordered, or let's say even though he does not or may not have permission to edit his order on the behalf, so he can just view the order, right? So there are certain scenarios where this comes, but definitely they can reach out to the sales rep, to the client, okay, to whomsoever they are buying from, and their sales representative, what they can do, they can edit the particular order manually in their ERP system, and that particular system, when it is anything is updated in that particular system, that will directly reflect in the Shopify store, in their e-commerce store via the AppSeConnect integration. So that's how easy it is. There's no need for additional placement of new orders, canceling the entire order, because let's say there are in an order there are 100 line items or 15 line items or SKUs you have placed. Just for one SKU, you do not have to cancel the entire 99 other items, right? So
Great. Great.
many of them should be fulfilled already. So
I have two more questions from the audience. One is that is it complex the setup of a connector to get the real-time updates in both direction? So I would like to answer this question because yeah, I don't think it is very complex to set up the connector to have a real-time updates in both directions. Only the use case would define that because if we have a use case which based on that updates, based on that need, the content would flow in both direction, and then side of the information should travel as per the demand. So yeah, I think that is possible. It would not be complex. Only one thing we need to check and we need to configure is that would not create an indefinite loop out there. So whenever there is a need, then only the automations would get reacted and it would collect the request and pass the response accordingly. So to answer that, I would say that yes, it is possible to set up the real-time updates in both direction, and we need to configure that one, and accordingly the user should be able to experience the same thing. Another question, I think Dennis, you can take what if we had an Indian POS business, like would that the solutions would work?
POS business.
Yes.
I'm to be completely frank, we are all clients, and our service offering is primarily focusing in the US and Canadian market. I don't have in-depth knowledge what the limitation would be for the Indian market. I assume there is not such a difference. So if POS is available and Shopify Plus is upgrade, like platform is running on Shopify Plus, the integration is fully unified in all markets as far as I know, but that needs to be double checked. They also launched B2B store pickup functionality that was very recent, 2 weeks ago. So then B2B orders who are being placed online can be picked up on a location and connected with the POS. Also, I think also B2B prices either have come available in some markets or all of them for POS as well. And in a gradual, I believe Shopify POS will adapt everything what storefront is capable of, because that's the vision Shopify. It may be a matter of time, but that unified experience with POS as well as in Shopify storefront. So if it's not there, it's the direction that Shopify is going.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I think that's great. Thanks, everyone. I can see a few more questions, but we would love to share the answer over email. And yeah, we are at the end of our presentation. So, I would like to thank and everyone for joining the webinar. And thank you, Dennis, Rishita, and Devangan for your time. I'm honored to host you and have this webinar for the merchants, and I believe that would be helpful for the audience. And here we are at. I would like, if you have any further questions, please reach to us at the rate sales@appseconnect.com, and we would be happy and love to share the information. Thank you very much. With this, I would end the
Thank you.
presentation and webinar. Thanks,
Thank
everyone. Have a
you.
good
Thank you,
day.
everyone.
Thanks
Have a
for
nice
You
having
day.
too.
us.
Bye.
Yeah.